Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Keep playing hard.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Kill.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now Wilson on first down. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready! 80!
Watch the pass.
Play action now. Rivers. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
You. Wait, 89.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll find his receiver. That's Chad Beebe. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Set, 180.
Mike Popo. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
First down, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Load it. Load it.
On play action, Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Load it. Load it. Hey.
Mike Popo.
Bring it. Hey, box drop. Behind.
On third down, Rivers. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Carson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Mike, check. 59.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Check.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec.
That's it, baby.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, 0.
Mike spot 9.
On second down, here's Penny. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Check, 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 check.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Flushed out right. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one.
Check, check, alert.
I got you, boy. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Behind top, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Wilson, and it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Check me out. Check nickel. Kill.
Spot that.
Check it back.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. It's complete to Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon. Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down, Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Vikings.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Carson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got his target. That's more. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Right, check right, 50. You look. Get yourself right there. Don't get nervous now. We gotta go, in and out, let's go. Don't get nervous. Hey, 0. Sponge. No. Gun tight.
From the gun, it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give them 32 on the play.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Lost the run. This side, baby.
Move.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Man out.
Keep it skinny.
He's coming.
Q. Orange gone 4.
Deuce.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
13 yards on the play.
Keep it skinny.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Second and 3 at the Seahawks 23-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Shift.
0.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
Rivers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey, Delta! Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
From the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
You go tank. You got tank.
Red Delta!
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Joker, joker. Joker, joker.
Load it.
Switch gear.
Load it. Wait, 89.
Here's Madison running on first down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Play fake. Rivers. And Diggs has it. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
I got you. I got you. Check, check, check.
Pilot, 64.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
54 Mike.
Hey, Rocket.
On first and 10, Rivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Five.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Red.
back to the ground. Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a 10.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They start the drive with Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Rivers. And incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And these guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
Mike. Cut, 180. You must be dreaming. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Left. Room. Hey, Delta. You. Hey, here we go.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch that.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Well, here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, the attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
14,
First down.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's caught by Penning. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Go left. 12.
Wilson will throw again. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he finds Penny. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, flush to his right. And that one his 1st incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Touch Milky.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Rivers. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 22, Rivers. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Hey, Delta! It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, check 24. Watch
Red Delta! Hey, Orbit.
Hey, ready, cut!
Rivers here to throw. He'll buy some time right. The throw complete to Beebe. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Wait! 44's the mic. 44's the mic. It's coming this way, coming this way.
Hey, Charlie.
Here we go.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Check.
Left. Bravo.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
44.
1st and 10 at the 44.
Slam.
Hey, go Orange.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Buckle it. Hey, Alpha.
Mike is 59.
Load it.
Mike's part 9.
Rivers to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
12. Hey, Delta! Go!
Check, 59.
Hey!
Come on, D.
Cluster! Hey, here we go. Behind!
Rivers now. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now Wilson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Bang out. Bam.
Slam.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So the final seconds have